People walk on a dark street as Russia's attack on Ukraine continues, in the old town of Kyiv, Ukraine, November 6, 2022, Reuters. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on Sunday warned of more potential Russian attacks on his country's energy infrastructure, as officials urged residents in the capital Kyiv to consider making plans to leave as ongoing strikes threaten the power supply. Zelensky, in his regular nightly address, said Russia was concentrating forces and means for a possible repetition of mass attacks on our infrastructure. First of all, energy. More than 4.5 million consumers were already without power, Zelensky said, amid concerns support for Ukraine's cause could waver as the war's impacts of energy and food prices persist into winter. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who traveled to Kyiv on Friday and pledged Washington's unwavering and unflinching support for Ukraine, has held undisclosed talks with Russian officials designed to avoid further escalation, The Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday. News of those contacts emerged after a report said Washington was urging Kyiv to signal an openness to talks with Russia. Presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said earlier on Twitter that Ukraine would stand despite Russian attacks on its energy infrastructure, adding that this would be done by using air defense, protecting infrastructure and optimizing consumption. The country faced a 32% deficit in projected power supply Monday, Sergei Kovalenko, CEO of YSNO, a major supplier of energy to the capital, said on his Facebook page. The warnings followed remarks by Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko urging residents to consider everything, including a worst-case scenario where the capital loses power and water. Residents should consider staying with friends or family outside the city, he said in a television interview. In the south, Russia and Ukraine continued to trade allegations as a Ukrainian advance continues on the southern city of Kherson. Reuters was unable to immediately verify battlefield accounts from either side. Yaroslav Yanushevich, governor of Kherson region, said Russian forces destroyed about 1.5 kilometers of power lines, cutting the power supply to the city of Berislav. It is likely that there will be no electricity in Berislav until it is fully freed from occupation, Yanushevich wrote on the Telegram messaging app, adding that power lines leading to Kherson had also been destroyed. Russian news agencies reported on Sunday that Ukraine's vast Russian-held Nova Kakhovka Dam, upstream of Kherson on the Dnipro River, was damaged in shelling by Ukrainian forces. The reports provided no evidence to support the allegation, which could not be immediately verified by Reuters. Russian state-owned TASS quoted an emergency services representative as saying that a rocket launched by a U.S.-made HIMARS missile system had hit the dam's lock and caused damage. The official quoted said it was an attempt to create the conditions for a humanitarian catastrophe by breaching the dam.